Welcome, Streams and Desert readers. Today we are going to be reading Expressing Myself, written by Dina Espinal, illustrated by Len Epson. What should I write about? What should I write about? What should I say? A letter, a story, a poem, an essay. Should I write about how it feels when I'm taking a bow or a makeup fantasy? Or how about a rhino's meadow? Should I conjure up fiction or describe something real, like my comics or teaching my dog, Pete, or to heal? Perhaps I should write about how that night in the storm and how cozy it felt to be wrapped up and warm. Or maybe I'll choose to describe that spray man who asked for a nickel and held out his hat. What should I write about? What should I say? A letter, a story, a poem, an essay. What's the title? What should I call it? What is it about? The main poet is elusive. I can't make it out. I described last night's sunset and my best friend Maria. They were just details or a central idea. I created a mystery and planted some clues. Some were red herrings, like those money brown shoes. Maria uncovered a valuable stone. Is that important? Does it set well home in the tone? So what is my title? Should I call it The Shoes? Or should I just name it The Sunset? Or 10 Clever Clues? No, those are just details. I must figure out the main point of this mystery. What is the story about? Maria is my character. She unreveals the clues. The mystery observes her. I know what I will choose. I'll combine the details into one big idea and call my creation a mystery for Maria. Midnight thought. The thought came to me in the middle of the night. Just before bed, I was trying to write, attempting to think something I should say, as considered and brooded, then gave up in dismay. I squished my eyes tight. I couldn't sleep. I counted and counted 50 slow, dawdling sheep. Finally, I slept. Then I woke with a start. I never had a guest snoozing brains that were smart. I searched for a paper and a pencil. Then I wrote my thought again and again. I awoke at 5:30 and turned on the light. And there in my bed was the thought from last night. The words I had written were shell, shell, and shell. But what the words meant did not ring a bell. So I wrote a story about treasure I found in a large crimson shell hidden deep in the ground. I called it a home. I wrote about the creatures that stopped in the shell and explored all its features. Visitors came and visitors went. They passed on the word. The message was sent. Stop by the shell when it's raining or cold. Rest for a while if you're weary or old. This pleasant pink shell is a nice place to stay. My teacher agreed and she gave me an A. How should I write it? Writing dialogue. I am writing a story about a boy called Wit who likes to talk to himself until morning till night. He loves to explain and discuss and recite. He's a strange little boy, but he's always polite. Each word he presents is said with delight. But how should I say it? I must get it right. Does Dwight shout out words like Kalamazoo? Or does he say words like how do you do? Or where have you been? Or why are you blue? Does he whisper strange things? Are those hard to conceal? Are the words that he mutters fiction or true? How does he say it? I wish I knew. The end. I'm finished. I'm done. I wrote my essay, but it needs a few things before I put it away. I need to refresh it Revamp, rearrange. I'll read it and need it. There are things I must change. First, I add a few details, like a dent in the car, a nick on the ball, or a jagged pink scar. I'll explain my description by adding cold toes and a swift freezing sky with soft flake on her nose. Is it boring or dull? I'm not very worried. It takes lots of time. There's no need to be hurried. I'll tweak, I'll curate, and read it once and read it twice. Then I'll add some pizzazz on top of a spice. Perhaps I'll change pale to a bucket or through and insert some words like repellent or tough. Then I read it again and revise it till it's right. I examine each thought until it's tidy and tight. Dear Grandma, writing a letter. Grandma, I'm sorry. I haven't sent this before. It's been sitting for weeks on my bottom of the left drawer. Each day I attempt to write few words, but the words that I write just seem worried and absurd. I think and erase and cross out what I just when I decide when it's all right. I start all over again. Keep searching for words to describe how I feel. But each word that I choose seems to be less than ideal. So back in the drawer, this letter keeps going, and crossouts and X keep growing and growing. What is the best thing to write? I don't have a clue. So I'll just say I really miss you.
Good job.
Thank you for reading with us. Bye. See you in our next reading time.